Inside your brain, every memory is physical, not metaphorically, literally. A memory is not a ghost. It is not a soul-like object floating somewhere inside your mind. It is structure, connections, electrical pathways reinforced through experience.
Every birthday, every heartbreak, every friendship, every victory, every failure. Your entire life exists as architecture. And architecture can be damaged.
Imagine a city at night. Roads connect neighborhoods. Bridges connect districts. Highways connect entire regions. Now imagine a maintenance crew accidentally deciding that those roads are unnecessary. One bridge disappears. Then another. Then another. At first, traffic still flows. People find alternative routes. The city adapts. But eventually, entire neighborhoods become isolated. Communication slows. Connections vanish. The city remains standing, yet it is no longer functioning the way it once did. This is surprisingly similar to what happens inside a brain experiencing excessive synaptic loss. The memories don't always disappear instantly. The pathways leading to them begin collapsing first, and when enough pathways disappear, the memory can no longer be reached. Not because it never existed, but because the road leading to it is gone. And perhaps the most disturbing part is this. You don't feel it happening. There is no pain, no warning signal, no alarm. You cannot feel a synapse being removed. You cannot feel a neural pathway weakening. You cannot feel microglia dismantling a connection that once helped define who you were.
The process is silent, completely silent, a microscopic war fought beneath conscious awareness, which is one reason neurodegenerative diseases can remain hidden for years, sometimes decades. The damage begins long before the symptoms become obvious. By the time the first signs appear, the battle may have already been underway for a very long time.
This is where Alzheimer's disease enters the story. For years, scientists focused primarily on plaques, abnormal protein deposits accumulating inside the brain. But a growing body of research suggests the story may be more complicated. Microglia are deeply involved. In fact, some researchers now believe that immune dysfunction may play a significant role in how neurodegeneration develops and progresses. The same cells designed to remove harmful debris may become trapped in a cycle of chronic activation.
Constantly responding, constantly pruning, constantly searching for threats. And over time, healthy neural networks may become collateral damage. The defenders become part of the problem. Not because they are malicious, but because they are doing the wrong job at the wrong intensity for too long.
Now, consider modern life. For most of human history, our brains evolved under very different conditions. Dark nights, natural light, consistent sleep cycles, periods of recovery. Today, many people experience something entirely different. Artificial light late into the night,
Constant notifications, chronic stress, sleep deprivation, ultra-processed diets, persistent inflammation. The human brain evolved for one environment. Modern civilization created another. And the biological systems responsible for maintenance must somehow adapt. Sometimes successfully, sometimes not. Let's start with sleep, because sleep is not simply rest. It is maintenance, repair, reorganization, memory consolidation. Every night, your brain enters a carefully orchestrated sequence of states. Information is sorted, experiences are processed, neural connections are strengthened, others are weakened. The brain effectively decides what matters and what doesn't.
When sleep quality collapses, that maintenance system becomes less efficient, signals become noisier, inflammation rises, stress hormones remain elevated, microglia receive more reasons to stay active, more reasons to remain suspicious, more reasons to keep searching for danger, even when there is none.
Then there is stress. A short burst of stress can be useful. It prepares the body for challenges. But chronic stress is different. The body begins operating as if a threat never ends. Cortisol remains elevated. Inflammatory pathways remain active. Recovery becomes difficult.
And the brain receives a constant message. Stay alert. Something is wrong. Stay alert. Something is wrong. Stay alert.
something is wrong for days, months, sometimes years. Eventually, systems designed for emergency response begin behaving as though emergency conditions are permanent. And that is rarely good news for long-term brain health.
But here is the twist. The story is not hopeless. In fact, it contains something surprisingly empowering, because the same biology that can work against you can also work for you. Microglia are not villains. They are not enemies. They are adaptive systems. They respond to signals. Change the signals, and you often change the response.
Deep sleep, regular exercise, reduced chronic stress, healthy metabolic function, anti-inflammatory lifestyles. These are not magic solutions, but they influence the environment in which your brain's maintenance systems operate. The goal is not to eliminate microglia activity. That would be disastrous. The goal is balance, precision, allowing the brain's cleanup crew to perform maintenance without becoming overly aggressive.
And that brings us back to tonight. While you sleep, millions of microglia will once again begin their work. They will inspect connections, remove debris, maintain the architecture of your mind. Most of this process will help you. Some of it may determine which memories become stronger tomorrow. Some may influence who you become years from now, because your identity is not frozen. It is constantly being updated, maintained, reinforced, rebuilt. One connection at a time, one memory at a time, one night at a time.
The strange truth is that your brain is not a finished object. It is a living construction project, a city that never stops rebuilding itself, and hidden within that city is a microscopic workforce operating every hour of every day.
Invisible, silent, essential. The cells protecting your memories are also helping decide which memories survive. The cells protecting your identity are also helping shape what that identity becomes. And tonight, while you sleep, they will go back to work, quietly rebuilding the person who wakes up tomorrow.